Today's Hebrew vocab word is the word moedim. Now, moedim refers to the appointed times, Yahovah's appointed times. A scripture. And Yahovah Elohim said, "Let light sources be in the expanse of the heavens, to divide between the day and the night, and let them be for signs, or a mark, and for seasons, or moedim, and for days and years." Genesis 1:14. So there are two words in this text we need to explore. The first one is the word seasons, and seasons is a horrible translation for the Hebrew word moedim. And that's primarily because it makes us think that the Creator is actually talking about spring, summer, fall, and winter, when in reality that's not at all what he's talking about. Staley says there is absolutely, positively, no winter in paradise.
Pineapple princess, he calls me pineapple princess all day.
I wouldn't define paradise as gray skies and freezing or near freezing and below freezing temperatures and scorching summers and rain that makes you feel like a duck. That is not paradise. No, Adam and Chava were not, cutting down and bucking up palm trees to put in their woodshed for the winter, nor were they digging root cellars to put their food in for the winter either. The word that Yahovah uses is not seasons here, but moedim. Is an appointment, like one appointment. Moedim is a plural form of that word, which implies many appointed times. These moedim, or appointed days, are feasts and festivals of Yahovah. They are also known as the biblical feasts. At creation, Yahovah was saying that one of the jobs of the heavenly bodies was to be a calendar that would tell Adam and Chava and all of their offspring when to show up to these grand celebrations. The sun and the moon would, and they do, announce the arrival of these feasts month after month and year after year. No need for a paper calendar hanging on a palm tree somewhere, or NASA's computer technology, or rabbinic calculations. No, there was no need for someone to dig through a stack of dusty old books trying to figure out where in time we are. No, a child could look up into the sky and figure out where we are in time in relationship to the feast. The word translated signs is the word oeth. Oeth, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but O-W-T-H, oeth, means a mark or something by which a person or a group is characteristically set apart by. The New Strong's Expanded Dictionary of Bible Words says it is used to represent a military banner, and that the word sign means a reminder of one's duty. How cool is that? So keeping his moedim is like a mark on us that sets us apart from the rest of the world and helps us remember what we are supposed to be doing. On another level, Yahovah created human beings with the innate desire to party and to celebrate. Hence, he has given Israel approximately 70 days a year to party in front of him, his way and in his time. If people actually showed up for all those feast days, we'd have no time to get in trouble. No time to be worshiping other gods. No time to be doing your own thing. You'd be so busy and so tired after each one, you'd be ready for bed. So Yahovah didn't create us party animals without providing what we needed to fulfill that need. As a quick rundown, there are 8 annual feasts. Well, that's there's 7 annual, but if you include Shemini Atzeret as its own, then that means there's 8. So there's the annual feast days that happen every year, And then there are the monthly Moedim, happens once a month, and then there's the weekly Moedim that happens once a week. And we're going to get into that in another block, but for right now, if I told you all their names and you weren't familiar with them, I think that would confuse you a little bit. So we'll go over those in another block. For now, I just want you to know what the word Moedim means. But believe me, this schedule will keep you so busy, my friend, that you will have no time to think about the pagan gods and their holy days. And by the way, I just want you to know that these are not the feast of the Jews. They are actually Yahovah's feast. They're not even like the feast of, there's not even Israel's feast. They're Yahovah's feast. So it's a fact that every human being on this planet will worship something, and we will party somehow, because we are wired like that. This is not a bad thing, because the Creator made us like this. Except when we party in a way that Yahovah told us not to party, and we worship things that Yahovah told us not to worship, then it is a bad thing. Then this innate desire works against us to harm us. You know how it goes. People will worship their money, their kids, their food, themselves, their religion, their animals, the pretty girl on the screen, the glass in their hand, and even the cat on their couch. We will worship anything, people. So Yahovah knows this, so he gives us feast days to provide for this need that he made in us. But the evil one also knows this, and he gives us counterfeit things to worship, counterfeit parties, counterfeit holy days. Oh, he's such a pain in the... It is in this one area that people will be found wanting who they worship and how they party. It's so hot in here. I think I'm having a hot flash too. Really simple. I'm going to break it down really basic for you, okay? We live in a world at war. So I'm going to say that again. We live in a world at war. There are two kingdoms. The good kingdom and the evil kingdom. And your worship is what both kingdoms are battling over. Both kingdoms know that you are a free agent, and you have the power to choose which kingdom you will align with. Neither kingdom can force you to choose them. One kingdom, the evil kingdom, leads to slavery and death. The other kingdom leads to life and freedom. Why do these kingdoms want you so bad? Well, both kingdoms have an agenda. One kingdom wants to kill you. The other kingdom wants to save you from the kingdom that wants to kill you. Both kingdoms know that if they can just get you to choose them, they will be stronger. Among many things, each kingdom has its own celebration days. The good kingdom has true feast days that Yahovah created. And the evil kingdom, of course, Hasatan can't come up with his own ideas. He just counterfeits Yahovah's things. So the evil kingdom has counterfeit holidays, holy days, that were crafted in the pit of hell. Yes. Study, research, you'll discover it, and then you'll want to throw up. The important thing to remember, this is really important, whatever holy days you choose to keep and honor, that is a sign of your loyalty to that particular kingdom. Whatever holy days you choose to keep and honor, that is a sign of your loyalty to that particular kingdom. When you raise a glass to toast anything, you are actually agreeing to what is being toasted, are you not? And when you participate in a celebration and you make some sort of offering in honor of that holy day, guess what? You are actually agreeing with the God of that celebration.
Please hang up and try again.
You're basically worshiping that God. You're doing what that God asked you to do. The evil kingdom asked you to sacrifice your child on the fiery altar again, just in a different way. You're showing up when that God asked you to show up. You're participating in traditions that God asked you to do. So honoring a holy day is your military banner. It's your mark. It's the sign. You remember the word sign, the word oath, I think it was? It is the mark on you that tells the universe whose side you are on. You're either on Yahovah's side or you're on Hasatan's side. There is no other side, one or the other. It is truly the battle of the Moedim. So practice with me. We're going to say the word Moedim. Alright? Okay, so Mo, Dim. Now I know other people sound it out differently, and that's okay. Well, I'm just going to teach you how I sound it out because you're listening to me and this is my video and I can. Here we go. Moedim. 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 So now when you hear me say Moedim, you will know what I'm talking about. I am talking about the feast of Yahovah. So when I say Moedim, I capitalize it because I'm talking about something very holy, and that is Yahovah's. Okay? So here's how you're going to apply this word to your life as a Melchizedek priest or a Melchizedek priest wannabe or somebody who's exploring this or trying to figure out what's going on. Here's how you apply this to your life. Maybe you already are. If you are, very happy. What I think doesn't matter actually. It only matters what Yahovah thinks. So if you're celebrating them and you're already doing this and you've applied this word to your life, then I'm sure that Yahovah is very happy. Alright, so anytime you are referring to the biblical feasts or Yahovah's feasts, now you can say the word Moedim because it kind of gives a little bigger picture of it, I think. And anytime you read that Genesis 1:14 text, the one that we read earlier, I think that was it, instead of seasons, now you can say Moedim, and people will say, what do you mean by Moedim? And you can say, oh, that didn't really mean seasons like spring, summer, fall, and winter. That actually meant appointed times, date days with Papa that you want to show up for. So yeah, that'd be cool too. Alright, and then the biggest way that you can apply this to your life is, guess what? Oh! What Israel's called to do. Do them! Show up for Papa's feast. So you can learn from him and feast with him and worship him. So you can raise a glass and toast the king to come. The return of Yahshua. How wonderful would that be? And celebrate them so you can meet other people who love him. So celebrate these Moedim and make a bold statement to the universe and tell the universe whose kingdom you are aligned with and whose kingdom you're not. So I hope to lift a glass and toast to the kingdom with you someday. And next time we are going to talk about the word Shabbat. You have a wonderful day and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Some of you probably don't know what some of these things are on my little desk here. This is called the shofar. This is a ram's horn. We blow it at all the feasts, Shabbats and new moons and all the other annual feasts, which we'll talk about later. It's an old one actually, but it's easier to blow than those long ones. And also I wanted to tell you, this is the calendar by which we find the feast. The astronomically and agriculturally corrected biblical Hebrew calendar. Love this calendar. It's an amazing calendar. Amazing research been done to restore it to us so we can find the feast days and understand how it works. So we'll talk about that in another block.